Hello, Mississauga, Erin Mills. This is Iqra Khalid, your Member of Parliament. I am just walking out of our presentation of the budget by the Government of Canada, and there are a couple of things that I really want to highlight today that I think are exciting and that are really relevant to the people in our community here in Mississauga, Erin Mills. The first is the Foreign Credential Recognition Program. Now, the government has announced that they will be investing $97 million to not only improve fairness, transparency, timeliness, and consistency of the accreditation program that we currently have, but to ensure that people that are here are qualified for the jobs that they do and that they're not doing jobs that they're overqualified for. We need the talent and we need to start utilizing that talent effectively, and Budget 2025 I think really takes note of that and tries to ensure that we are effectively making sure that people that come to Canada with skills and trades are able to use their experience for the betterment of Canada. The other thing I really want to highlight is our Buy Canadian policy. Now, this is a procurement policy, and it also creates a small and medium-sized enterprise procurement program, which is going to help Canadians and Canadian companies to be able to buy and use Canadian products, which will boost up local businesses and also make sure that from coast to coast to coast, from province to province, from provinces to territories, that we're utilizing the Canadian business, that we're utilizing Canadian product, and making sure that Canada remains the strong country that it deserves to be and that it will. The other piece that I found really interesting and really helpful is our global trade. Now, the Asia Pacific, now we do business with them significantly, actually $72 billion worth of exports in 24, and we have 4 billion consumers in there. The budget really focuses on enhancing that trade with the Asia Pacific region, as we've seen our Prime Minister going out and doing that as well. And with Europe, there are 500 million consumers and $65 billion worth of exports in 2024 with Europe, and I think that we can really expand on that. I know housing is another major issue that our constituents have brought up with us, and so with the Build Canada Homes project, there are 3 pillars. There's partnering with industry and government and Indigenous communities to make sure that red tape is removed, to make sure that we are nimble and there where we need to be. And then deploying capital sector demand and finding innovative ways to build faster and more sustainably to catch up with the demand of homes in our communities. And then the third pillar is to prioritize projects that use Canadian lumber and Canadian materials to ensure that we are, again, building on that Canadian brand and Buy Canadian policy that we have implemented throughout our government and across Canada. The next thing, this is a big thing for me, is that the National Food Program has now become permanent in our budget, and I think that is a phenomenal thing. A little bit late because all the other G7 countries have a food program, and Canada has now made ours permanent, and I'm really, really excited about that. I think it's helping our young people. And so as we're talking about young people, the Canada Summer Jobs Program continues. The Youth Employment and Skills Strategy, which will help over 20,000 young people across our country to build their employment skills, to build their job skills, and to be employable in high skill sectors. There's this student work placement program, which engages 55,000 students to help with work integrated learning opportunities. So that is, again, going to be a really good thing for young people. And then there's the Youth Climate Corps, which I think is an amazing program. It is a paid skilled training for young people. Now, if any of you guys have any questions about any of this, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. This is just a very, very small glimpse of what the budget is. And over the coming days and weeks, I'll be sharing a lot more. Thank you very much, and I hope that you'll stay in touch and give me your feedback.